Happy fall equinox. We're going to do a pick a card to find out what's coming up for you between now, the fall equinox, and the winter solstice. So we'll look at that time frame there, and we'll talk about what's coming into balance, what's out of balance, what's decaying at this time, as well as what is going to grow in the dark. The days are getting longer. You know, of course, it's the spring equinox in the southern hemisphere, so this reading could still apply for you if you're over there, but I'm just going to talk about the fall because that's where I am. And look who has joined us. What a cutie. She's given us her good vibes, her psychic vibes for this reading. So I feel like it's going to be a beautiful time here for the collective, where a lot of what needs to fall away, I'm hearing slough off, okay? Whatever needs to fall away and end will end. I'm hearing in the proper way that it should. I like that. Okay, so it's like a slow transition, I feel, into this new cycle, into the dark, you know, and I don't mean that in a negative way, of course, but into, you know, when the days get darker, symbolically, we go within and we do some work within ourselves, but we also explore our imagination and our intuition and our psychic abilities. Depending on who you are and your energies, you know, maybe you have heightened intuition in the summer and you get that sun energy, or maybe you're more in alignment with the dark and the moon, which duh is for me. November is my favorite month, so I'm looking forward to that. But enough chit chat, okay? I've got a little bit of a chattiness over here. So let's get into your reading. We will pick 3 cards for you to decide what group. I also have some objects to help you and your intuition if you need it. Let's begin. I'm hearing at the start. Oh, my ears are burning there. Let's begin at the start. Okay, Spirit Guides. This is a message for the fall equinox. We need 3 groups. Can I get a card for the first group, please? Abundance. And I'll pair that with this saltwater taffy that I have, which I am going to eat after this reading. Okay. Take that as maybe a message. I don't know. The second group here. Masculine energy. Interesting. The sun. Very interesting. Okay, so I'll pair that with the phallic object, the pinecone. All right. And the last group. Last group. We have ancient wisdom with this little leaf here. So take a picture so you can pause the video and pick your group, see what calls to you the most. Of course, you can watch more than one pile, no problem there. Ooh, I'm seeing sexual energy here at the bottom. I do feel like, because I mentioned the phallic object and masculine energy, that this is a time here of creation, is what I want to say. Okay, anyways, go ahead and pick your pile, and I'll see you in your readings. Hi, Group 1. Those of you who chose Abundance with the salt water taffy. Okay, for someone, I'm hearing East. I don't know what that's about, but it's something like go East or the East. Something's happening in the East. I don't know, whatever that means to you. But let's get into your message here. I feel like that was for someone specific. So let's have a look at what's going on, Spirit Guides, for Group 1 who chose Abundance and the salt water taffy. Maybe you're going to the East Coast, or the East Coast is important, somewhere, maybe the Atlantic Ocean, because we chose salt water, right? Something about the Atlantic Ocean could be of significance here. I know that there's a storm right now in Punta Cana, and it could be heading, would it be east from there? But it is heading to east, like in Canada. Nova Scotia, Newfoundland. But there's abundance coming in with it. Now, this could be a metaphor, right? So something that is destructive carries a lot of abundance with it, or you will receive abundance if you've been through something difficult recently. Okay, let's get into the messages for group 2, spirit guides. Group 2, I said, interesting. Group 1, maybe group 2 will be significant to you, that reading. Group 1. Let's put them face down. I feel like for some of you, you have a lot on your plate. And you need to go one by one with something. The Magician. Yeah. Something needs your full I feel like everything on your plate might need your full concentration. So be careful not to scatter your energies around. You can get it all done. You can do everything. But you need to go one by one with whatever this is, because it will show you what you prioritize and where you actually want to put your energy. And maybe that's been a question for you. Even if this is related to love, something about love, like focus on one thing at a time here. Temperance, yes. Yeah, okay. I feel like right now you're in high demand with something. Maybe this is even emotionally, but the way to serve others as well as yourself is to focus in on where you want to put your energy. That is where you will be the most powerful. Okay, so let's see. 8 of Swords is the energy you're entering into this equinox with. Now, if you feel like this is not your energy right now, then maybe this group isn't for you and you can pick another one. But this is thinking a lot about different things, I feel. Everything that's on your plate. Am I going to get it all done? Am I sacrificing this for that? What about that thing? It's kind of going around in circles. You could also, and I'm seeing like ocean kind of image, you could also be very concerned for someone right now. Or yourself. You're safe. You're protected, I'm hearing. Okay, tell me more about the 8 of Swords for group 1. The Tower. Yeah, it's like a storm. But it's coming in with abundance. So you have to remember that. Or it's not remember that, but know that. Just know that. Really sit for a second when you're in the 8 of Swords and just really feel, do you really, like through and through in your bones, do you really feel like shit's not going to be okay? Or is there a small, even if the voice is tiny, 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 but you can still kind of hear it, is there something within you that's saying everything's going to be okay? Listen to that. And if they can't find that voice, 7 of Cups, then there's too much in your mind. There's too much. You need to focus in on what's bothering you then. And then hear that voice. Listen to that voice. I feel like ringing this. Maybe meditation is important for you. 10 of Pentacles. Abundance is coming. Everything's going to be fine. What happened here with the Tower? I feel like this is more of a concern of a tower happening. Now, for some of you, it's actually happened. But because it's coming in with the 8 of Swords, this feels like scared of something happening. Or worried. About maybe money even. Queen of Pentacles, your safety, your security. Okay. So that's what you're coming in with. So let's see what needs balancing. The Hierophant. Trust. Trust that you have support. I feel actual and also ethereal. Also from spirit, also from your guides, also from nature, I'm hearing. Nature is supporting you. I'm seeing like, I drew out this spread, like I made this spread, and I drew it out here for my reference while I was reading. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. For my reference while I was reading. And I'm seeing this here as like a crystal grid. I've never done one of those crystal grids, but I'm seeing that there. So maybe that would be helpful for somebody to create or look into those crystal grids. Or there's something about the grid, like you're doing work on the grid, or wherever you land up, or whatever happens wherever you are, it's like you're meant to be in that place. Tell me more about the Hierophant for what needs balancing. Maybe you need some structure here. Let's see. 10 of Pentacles. I feel like it's not so much you need structure. You just need to switch into your mindset that everything's gonna... It sounds so cheesy. Page of Wands. Yeah, it sounds so cheesy. It's like everything's gonna be okay. But you need to tell yourself that, really, truly. Maybe it feels cliche to you because of what's going on is so serious in your life. But I feel like having faith at this time, maybe engaging more into spirituality, learning about some stuff that you're curious about when it comes to energy or spirituality. Maybe there's some writings that you could read that would be helpful, or some lectures by, spiritual people that would be of use to you. Page of Wands is a messenger. I feel like there are messages coming towards you for you to tell you... Well, I'm hearing that you're God's child. 10 of Cups, yeah. To tell you that, you're going to be okay. And that's all I keep saying. I'm sorry. It feels repetitive. And I feel like this is your energy of like, I don't, like, okay, that's not really helping me. But why? Why is that not helping you? Why? What is it about that message that you're having a hard time actually taking in? Even if there are struggles going on in the 3D, the only way to get through them and come out on top is to have a strong core belief and faith in yourself and your capabilities, your capacity, your strength, your ability to overcome something, to go through something, and still have the energy that is resonant with the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. And once you find that within yourself, things will open up for you. You'll be able to unwrap something and enjoy it. And it's already here for you. The abundance, I mean. It's just kind of disguised right now in a bunch of difficult energies. We have a key, we have love me, we have the letter Z, Q, O, a tiger. I love the tiger. When I was going through a really difficult time, I just feel like sharing a little bit. The tiger was one of my spirit animals, one of my, I meditated on the tiger energy quite a bit. I had a lot of dreams about tigers. Somebody else wrote that in the comments. So if you're watching this, maybe this is part of your message too. But the tiger gave me great strength. I put it on my desktop, put it on my phone background. Like I read about tigers. Like I was invested. I'm already a cat lady, but it was a big sense of strength for me to channel that energy. And I feel like there are energies you could channel. And we started with Pixel here, Animals might be a really good source. And I feel like a strong cat animal could be the thing here. There's an animal, whatever that is, that has a quiet force, quiet stability, and power behind it. It's quiet though. It's like, think about a tiger just chilling, Doesn't mean that they can't be ferocious. Doesn't mean that they can't go out and get what they want. They can, but they also just have that, when you look at them, it's like they just have that sense of being within them that, so I feel like this is a message. And for some of you, this has to do with work. Yeah. feel like it's gonna get, I don't want to come off condescending or anything like that, because you're an adult after all, right? But I feel like, and I said sit up straight in a reading. I think it was to Gemini, and how that would help with your confidence. And somebody wrote, we're all adults. Don't tell me to sit up straight. I'm like, sometimes I like to be reminded, but hey, cool. So anyways, I don't want to do that to you, but it's like you really have to feel this confidence within yourself. It's not even confidence though. It's just connection to source and divinity. Okay? All right. What is balanced? Knight of Wands. You know what to do. If a tower happens, and I'm not saying it will, but you know what to do. And if you feel like you wouldn't know what to do, then write it out. Come up with a plan. A lot of fear is based on the unknown. When we fear something, it's usually because we don't know what's going to happen. So make something known to yourself. Make a plan of action, what you would do if A, B, C, and D happened. Okay, so that you can put that to rest and you know that you have something to fall back on, some plan of action here. Okay? Because what that's going to do, it's going to show you that you know that you're okay. You know what you're doing here in this situation. You're also moving away from that tower energy. If it's happened to you, if you've been through something traumatic or life-changing that was difficult, you're moving away from that, and that's in balance. Your desire, your passion to move forward is balanced. You're right. You should move forward. You do need to put that energy into something that will grow. You know, that is correct. And for whoever this is for, Spirit's proud of you for doing that. It's like, you know, you're getting the fuck out of Dodge here. Right? And that's balanced. But for some reason, you have a different perception of what's happening with yourself. You're doubting yourself in some ways here, and your capacity to act and your capacity to know in the moment what's right for you. Because whoever I'm talking to, you're the kind of person where shit hits the fan and you just know what to do. Now, whether you allow yourself to do that or not is a different question, but you do know what to do, and it's instant. Okay? You're not going to be sitting around like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. No. Because the reason why you know what to do is because there's a lot on the line for you, and you're going to do everything you can to protect it. And this is like energy, right? This energy, the energy of the Ten of Pentacles, the energy of the Ten of Cups. You're protecting that. Or if you actually have it, you could be protecting, you know, something in the 3D. But it's more of the energy, like, this is not going to mess with me and my soul's plan. Okay? So let's see what's dying at this time. The Hangman. Oh, thank God. This is a good thing. This is a good thing because unnecessarily you've been a little bit stagnant and stuck somewhere. Now, the Hangman could be a good card for sure. But here, as something that's dying, I feel like this is a hesitancy you have, maybe overthinking about something, not trusting yourself. It's interesting how the crow is in a poppy field. I think you've been thinking about a lot of things here from the past, a lot of battles that you've been through, and maybe some illusions that were involved in those battles. And I do... Knight of Cups. You're ready to untie yourself from that tree and move along with an open heart. Page of Pentacles. And learn something new about yourself and the world. This is so beautiful. The Hanged Man to the Knight of Cups. You're not going to lose your beautiful heart and soul and energy in this process of transition or whatever you're feeling right now that's difficult. You're gonna Ace of Pentacles. You're going to come out of it and you're going to walk right into abundance. And it's because you're going to come to this place, or you can come to this place where you have a really open heart. And I mean open heart to yourself and to the world, where you walk outside, figuratively, and you see the world as having amazing possibilities. Anything could happen that day. And you're going to change your mindset from, oh my God, a million things could go wrong today or this year or this month, to I could have a magical encounter today. Anything could happen today. It's like a sense of wonderment here because you have faith and trust that you can feel the future of abundance within yourself already. Okay, what will grow in the dark? Two of Wands. Tell me more about this. Ace of Pentacles. No, Page of Pentacles, sorry. And the Sun. Okay. Nine of Pentacles at the bottom. Strength. This is really beautiful. The cards are getting progressively stronger for me. The energy and also the cards, but the energy is getting stronger. Like you're sitting up straight. What is growing is an understanding of why you've had the challenges you've had. Life is about challenges. That's what we're here to do. It's go through things, learn from them, learn more about ourselves, learn more about the people around us, learn more about life and humanity and the world and the cosmos. And oftentimes we do that through challenge and struggle. And that's really what it's about. And if you look at your life as like, yeah, there's going to be challenges along the way. There's going to be things that come up, you know, but they're all leading me to a place of abundance, of enlightenment, of understanding, of feeling whole. I'm hearing again. So I feel like you're going to understand why your path was suddenly split into two, or why something just changed seemingly overnight for you. I'm hearing. Let's get some charms. Yeah, guys. We have the letter S and L, Y. I'm hearing like Saturday Night Live, but maybe somebody around you wasn't taking your struggles seriously. It's like they were laughing at you, or it felt like a joke. I was saying in my head, what do you want to say about that? I've turned over the cornucopia. Joke's on them. You're the one with the abundance. Okay, the abundance does take struggle here. A diamond as well, an elephant, because you have wisdom. Letter J and the tiger again. Yeah. Everything that's gone on in your life, all the memories you have about people, places, and things, they will serve you. And you'll understand the purpose and reason for all of those. I'm hearing this. I'm not here to tell you what the purpose of those things are. I heard that. It's part of your journey. It's part of for your path for you to discover what the meaning and purpose of those tower moments and of the difficult times in your life were about. That's the key. Like once you figure out, or you feel like you have a good handle about these challenges you've had, why you've had them, and maybe why they might have been given to you as a blessing in disguise almost. That's when you really unlock some wit, I'm hearing. Unlock some what? Me unlock some what? King of Pentacles. Sense of self that is stable, I guess. Okay, let's keep going. Energy entering winter solstice. Oh my goodness. The Fool. Group 1. Look at you. You did it. You started with the 8 of Swords and you're ending with the Fool. Oh my gosh, it's like emotional. This is so big. I am going to eat this after. Because when I said that, I was like, oh, what if the reading's bad and then I eat it and like symbolically I'm eating it? You know what I mean? But no, this is really good. You can enjoy it. You know, you can enjoy the fruits of your labor. You can enjoy all of the difficulty that you move through because it ends up beautiful. It ends up with the Fool. New beginning, new energy, abundance. So winter solstice, you're coming in with the Fool energy. What a beautiful time to have the Fool card. 5 of Wands, Ace of Swords. See, this is just reiterating. It's like clarity, truth, understanding about all the conflict in your life. It sets you on a whole new path. The Empress. This is your message, you know? King of Wands. It's not, you know, it takes some work and it's hard. But the abundance is good. And I feel like the abundance is going to be both material, okay, happening like in ways that are tangible, as well as spiritual. The Sun, the Empress, and the Fool. Okay, group 1. That's what I have for you. I love you so much. And I'm right there with you, all right? I'll see you next time. Okay, group 2, those of you who chose masculine energy with the Pinecone. I feel guided to pull out one of these cards. Can we get some more information on this energy, the Pinecone and the masculine? Self-love. Ooh, we also have joy, healing energy, and discernment. This is really interesting. Whoever, you know, you're a complicated person, you guys who chose this pile, because, you know, we're entering in the northern hemisphere, of course. If you're in the southern, maybe this doesn't resonate in the same way, but we're entering the time of the dark, of the moon, so to speak, which is, you know, archetypically associated with the feminine. Let's just leave it there. Like symbolically, we consider it to be the time of feminine energy, of going within, of the moon and all this stuff. And you chose the opposite to the energy of the reading. So I feel like this is you saying you can handle both energies at the same time. It feels powerful in the sense that you're willing to work with, it's not opposition, but the energy that is more challenging at any given moment. Like you're up for the challenge, you know, with something. And I don't feel like you're going to let any collective energy stop you from what? Sexual energy. Self-love, sexual energy. Stop you from psychic development. Stop you from your spiritual path. And I feel like this is all about you balancing things. The masculine and the feminine energy. Light and dark. It's interesting, the sexual energy. Let's see what this is about. Self-love. Let me get a card on each of these and then we'll go into the spread. Tell me about the self-love. 8 of Pentacles. Okay, working on that. Or your work is helping you with your self-love, or you're teaching people about self-love. Oh boy, we got sexual energy with the Magician. And the 6 of Cups was psychic development. Okay, whoa, all right. This is intense. You got some... Sex is... Here we go, of course, with this, right? sex is magic, okay? And I don't mean like weird concepts about sex magic. I'm not talking about weird stuff. Just hold on. Okay, hold on with that thought. I'm talking about the energetic exchange that people have when they're intimate with one another. There's a lot of power in that. A lot of things are going on spiritually in the 5D. You know, there's a lot of things with your auras. Yeah, it's big, okay? And that's why it's not really to be taken lightly. You know, I really think it's important to be very aware of how powerful that energy is. And because it's coming out with self-love here, I feel like you have some sexual magic on your own. So you could channel your magic in that way. And by magic, I mean your intuition or your manifesting powers. You know, I'm not talking about like doing something to make someone else do something. That's just bad news. Don't, like, I'm against that. You do what you want, but that's not really the way to work with things, okay? When you have that powers like that, they shouldn't interfere with other people's ability to manifest things for themselves. They shouldn't disempower anybody else. Anyways, back to the point. You have some power when it comes to your sexual energy. You could be Scorpio or have a lot of Scorpio in your chart, or maybe a strong Pluto even. Maybe this is something that you're aware of already. You could have had a lot of difficult experiences when it came to sex or sexuality when you were younger, but there's something about this that is part of your psychic development. The healing from it, the self-love, the understanding of your power as well is all tied here. Ace of Wands. To this energy you have. And I feel like maybe people took advantage of this sexual energy of yours in the past in one way or another. And you have to understand that on a subconscious spiritual level, that's an attempt for somebody to decrease your magic, basically. It's like spiritual warfare. I'm trying to be careful about where I go with this because it's going to be a different story for each of you, but I just wanted to let you know that you have that if you don't already know. And I feel like most of you would know that. So like when what you think about when you have sex, whether that's with yourself or with someone else, this is really important. You're manifesting something here. Okay, and if you're thinking about somebody from the past, it doesn't mean that you're manifesting them back, but you could be manifesting like the energies around that union to come back around in a different form, right? Like, so just be very conscious and careful. Obviously, you don't want to overthink in the moment, but just be cognizant and aware and present about what's going on. Okay, do I need to say anything else here? I also feel like you know somebody else who has this power as well. Maybe you've been intimate with them already. Interesting. Okay. There could be somebody here who has that same thing. And I'm not talking like succubus, incubus crap. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. This is like in the light, sexual energy in the light. Okay. I feel like maybe you know somebody who maybe they have a hard time using that power in the light. I don't know. Okay, let's get into your reading because I feel like this is so specific and weird. Not weird, but you know. Somebody commented when I said KY jelly in another video, they're like, oh my gosh, you're like a little kid that blushes when they say boobs. And I pretty much feel like that, which is really strange. It's really strange because I have a stellium in the 8th house. My Chiron's in the 8th house. Like, yeah. I've done some research and writing on sexuality. So for me to feel like awkward about it, I don't know what that is. I don't know. Okay, anyways, let's get into your spread for fall equinox. 10 of Cups we're starting with. Okay, then we're going to the the 7 of Swords, sorry. King of Wands, 5 of Wands, the Magician, and the 6 of Cups again. Page of Swords at the bottom. Okay, so you're entering this time with a lot of positive energy here. A lot of happiness. Some of you might be focusing on your home and doing things around the home. You're you're nesting in some way here, or you're thinking about it. I feel like for those of you who are in a relationship, there's good times either right now or coming up. 6 of Pentacles. Somebody's cutting you some slack, I'm hearing. Maybe this is your partner, or maybe it's just in the energy. You feel like things aren't so difficult when it comes to like feeling happy. A weight has been lifted. Yeah. You have some vitality here. And you're up for the challenge and you're feeling good about it. I also feel like now's a good time to help others as well. Help them figure out things. You know, there's some people here who might be confused about some things, and you know how to, unlock those doors for them. These could be people you work with, or maybe they're, your audience, I'm hearing, or people in your family. You could show them different opportunities, different pathways. And it's all like all of this helping energy is coming from this baseline of feeling pretty damn good about yourself, which I like. Queen of Wands. Yeah. It's a real nice confidence. Okay. So what needs balancing? The 7 of Swords. What's going on here? I'm seeing the crow here in the picture flying away with 3 swords and leaving 4 behind. And it's making me feel like it's making me feel like you think somebody, like you've had to carry some pain around a situation, and you either feel like somebody else is at rest with it, or that you're going to leave something alone and just kind of carry the energy with you. There's something unresolved here, that something feels unresolved, and it feels like you're trying to just be okay with it, or be the bigger person, or heal yourself. But tell me more about the 7 of Swords, 6 of Swords. So what do you want? What? There's a block here, even in reading the energy. It's like, and it feels like it's something about the past where there was some deception, dishonesty, or something was left unattended, I'm hearing. There could have been 3 people involved in this situation in some way. And I feel like what you need to know, is actually the other person isn't at rest. They're not at ease. They haven't forgotten, or they haven't even healed. What's happened is they're stuck making some kind of decision. It's interesting. Okay, I don't know what this is about, but there were 3 people involved in some way, whether you know it or not. And it doesn't have to be like 3, like a love triangle. It could be anything. It could be like parents and a child. I don't know. But there's 3 people involved in this situation, and you feel like you got hurt the most in it. And maybe that's true, but at least you're owning some heartache. The other 2 people are totally blocking off their emotions. They're completely guarded. They know they need to make a decision about something. You might be able to feel that energy from time to time. And what do you want to say? Ten of Swords. That's not your burden to carry. You're moving somewhere else. You're moving out of that energy. And even though those two people are stuck there, this could be like, I don't know, you decide what this is for you. But they're stuck at some level here in their mind, blocking off emotions. Yeah. And the cycle's over for you. But because you're so intuitive, you could feel that energy still. And just remember that it's not yours. You're the Ten of Cups. So remember that. Okay. What is balanced? King of Swords. Your mind. Beautiful. I also feel like your masculine energy here. You have a sense of truth and clarity here. What else? I do feel like balance has been restored in a situation, or it will be in the next few months. Whatever seemed like it wasn't fair with the Seven of Swords is being rebalanced. Let's get some charms here. We have the number 3, could be the 3rd house or Gemini. We have the letter D, Q, Sagittarius, Scorpio, the moon, could be Cancer, Taurus. We have a little charm that says field notes. I love that with the King of Swords. It tells me like whatever you went through, you took some notes, maybe even literally, and you learned from it. You have some kind of log or diary that you go back to, or maybe it's even in your mind and you're like, yeah, that's what happened. I remember. So anytime you feel confused about a situation, which I don't think is very often here, I feel like that's not your energy. You're probably picking up on someone else's confusion, or maybe it's just momentary and you need to go back to that log in your mind, or maybe it's actually exists somewhere. We have Libra, the letter T, and a crown. Yeah, I love it. King of Swords. You've been crowned here, I'm hearing. So your masculine energy is really strong. Where is the feminine energy? 4 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. Ooh, okay. So your feminine energy, whatever that means to you, and if you're not sure what that means to you, maybe that's part of this, but you could think about it or look it up. But it's that receptive energy, contemplative, stillness. It can also be very sexual as well. You're closing yourself off from that, or you're guarding that really tightly, because you don't want to feel the pain of something in the past. Maybe when you were leading with your feminine energy, something really hurt you, and so now you're swinging over to more of your masculine side. I'm hearing to get the job done. Don't lock away your heart, 2 of Cups. No. Don't lock away your heart here. You're coming off super strong, intelligent, wise, but that gentle side of you, that softness, kind of reminds me of Pisces reading that I did for the collective. Pisces didn't come out, but kind of reminds me of it in the all signs. It's like we need that energy, that soft, flowing, gentle, kind, caring, emotionally based energy from you. Yeah. Because somebody wants to connect with you, the Tower, but you're a little scary at this time for whatever reason. And maybe that's what you're trying to give off, that vibe, Ace of Swords. Like, I know shit, don't mess with me. But you're kind of coming off like, maybe you don't even realize it, but somebody's like, ooh, I don't know about that person. You know, they give me anxiety, 9 of Swords. It's like, they give me a vibe that like, I don't know, they're too strong. You know, they're going to overpower me in some way. And I feel like in the past, you might have had to overpower someone in some way, but now you don't. So keep that energy as a field note, not necessarily something you're leading with. I also see that you're going to travel somewhere. It's going to be transformative. It might cost a lot of money. I'm kidding. I don't know. That's up to you to decide what you want to do, but it's going to be very transformative here. Something about bringing something into balance as well. What's the message there? Z, peacock, sing, E, forever. You might be going to see a concert. Okay, I don't know. Wherever, if this resonates with you, and it doesn't have to, but if that you feel like that might be coming up for you, there's something about this trip that's supposed to happen. Like it's been in the works for a long time, spiritually, energetically with you. There's somebody's going to see you here in this place, in this trip. They might speak a different language. Yeah, Zed. That's what I was thinking. Like how, Americans and Canadians say Z and Z different. And then Zed came out with the D. Yeah, okay. So it feels like you're going to speak a different language from this person. Or maybe it's not a different language, but maybe it's a neighboring country or something like that. Okay, let's see. What is dying? The 5 of Wands. Conflict, competition. I'm hearing needless. I'm hearing unsubscribed. I don't know, maybe unsubscribe from someone. And we can do that. We can come back. You control what's allowed in your energy field and when you want it there. That's normal. That's natural. Like all this stuff about, hold on, I'm going to pause for a second. All this stuff about like people worried that they're going to lose subscribers and this kind of thing. I understand it from like a business perspective, right? Obviously, it's like losing customers. But if you're doing tarot or something spiritual, it's like, or anything that you really enjoy, especially tarot, sometimes you have to let people go, like the job is done. You have to let them go. And so if you feel like you need to go from somewhere, even if it's here, it's okay. Like go, like I won't feel betrayed and you shouldn't feel like you're doing anything wrong. Like this is just the way it is. I don't know. Somebody needed to hear that. Or maybe people are unsubscribing from you and like, just know that it's just, feel good about it. If you're a reader, especially, like you did your job, they don't need it anymore. Or like maybe they're resonating with someone else because they have something else going on with them. And that's totally cool. Then your energy gets to be directed somewhere else where it's better served. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, exactly. This feels like the energy I'm talking about. Yeah. Any competition, even if this is like work or love or, lovers can compete with each other. It's terrible, but it happens all the time. Any sense of competition, it's ending because you're not going to see it as competition anymore. The only person you need to compete with is yourself. If you feel competitive, that is. The Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune to the Lovers. Once the conflict ends or the competition is gone, that whole mindset, that's when it's like what I was saying. It's like your energy narrows into something. The energies that are not really working with you, don't resonate with you, they go. And then you focus in on what is or who is. And you build that strong bond together, this lovers, like this soul contract. I'm not saying like me with you. I'm just talking like in general, right? Just have to be clear there. Yeah. But this is beautiful. It really is. And see, look, I'm seeing this as like the people who don't belong are flying away, so you can focus on what truly matters in your heart. I love that. Okay. What will grow in the dark? Are we going back to this seriously? The Magician? Sexual energy and Magician? What are you doing here? What will grow in the dark? What does the dark mean in this context, Spirit? What is the dark? King of Wands. The Hermit. Can't get away from that message. Now, we can channel our sexual energy in so many ways, right? That's why a lot of people are abstinent or they take a vow of celibacy for moral reasons or whatever other reasons they have, emotional, I don't know, whatever reasons. But also the energy, that sexual energy that we have can be channeled into something else, like something creative. For me, sexual energy is always creative. It's you know, well, it is creation, right? It's creativity. So you can create something in those times of celibacy or if you're abstinent for whatever reason. So it could be talking about that here, that your manifestations, like you're channeling that energy if you feel like that resonates. Otherwise, I feel like this is reiterating that other message I was giving about your sexual powers. And it feels like it's particularly when you're alone. Okay, so just be mindful. Yeah. I don't know why Spirit wants to keep talking about that. It's possible that there's someone here, and it doesn't have to be you, but it is possible that there's somebody here who's unknowingly kind of manifesting things that are not good for them because they're thinking about, I don't know, whatever, and they don't realize they have this power, or they don't know what this power is actually doing. I don't know, guys. What do I need to say about this? Eruption. Yeah. Phenomenon. Combustion. Okay, I'm leaving it there. Okay, I'm just going to leave it there. You can do your own thinking about that because this is like just repetitive for me. Combustion, eruption, phenomenon. It's something to think about, okay? Now, and if you're like squeamish about this or whatever, like, or you feel conservative when it comes to this message, or you feel like it's evil, what I'm talking about, then try to think about how sex has been so sacred in so many conservative viewpoints, or in so many religions. Sex is considered sacred. There's a reason for that, you know? It's because it's magic. Anyways, okay, 6 of Cups here for energy entering into the winter solstice. 6 of Cups. Four of Swords and the 8 of Cups. There's some introspection that's coming in the winter time, or like leading into the winter. Like you're starting off like really powerful in this masculine energy of like extroverting or doing and stuff like that. But then here you move into this place of like, well, you do access the feminine energy. You do. You do come into balance with it. It's interesting. It's almost like you feel like you're up, when I was saying that, like you're up for the challenge. You feel like, you know, harnessing that masculine energy is the challenge, but it's actually not. It's harnessing the feminine. That's the challenge. It's understanding what lies there, the value there, what can be manifested from that energy. Yeah. So this just requires further I'm hearing contemplation. Okay. This is a really interesting reading. I need a last message though. I'm scared to use these in case I get sexual energy again. Let's get a last message for group 2. Spirit guides. Omens. Okay. What are the omens talking about? Discernment. Okay, so when you see something you feel like is a synchronicity, or there's a certain omen around, know that you need to pay really good attention to what's going on in your mind, your body, around you. Really pay attention to that. Because Spirit's getting you to reconsider something, to be like, you sure? You sure about that? Really think, okay? All right, group 2. Thank you so much for going on that ride with me and sharing your business as well. I love you so much, and I'll see you next time. Okay, last but not least, group 3. Oh, look what happened to the leaf as we waited for you. It's starting to curl up and dry out. With ancient wisdom. Well, there's a message here for sure about time. As time goes on, oh, wisdom changes? What? This is a little abstract, but I'm getting a message here. Well, it makes sense. It's like every generation in your ancestral bloodline adds new knowledge into that bank of ancient wisdom. One second. Let me see if I can pinpoint what I'm trying to say here, or what I'm feeling. So maybe you just feel like you have access to ancient wisdom, but you don't know exactly what that wisdom is. It's more of just a feeling. Tell me more about that. I'm hearing that song, Hurt. I'm hearing, yeah, everything goes away in the end. We have Page of Wands. The King of Wands. Yeah, it's the bloodline. Page of Wands, King of Wands. It's weird, guys. I don't know. I'm seeing 202. It's like it's reversing. It feels like the ancient wisdom is going backwards in the bloodline. It's like your wisdom that you're gaining today is informing your ancestors in the past, which I totally believe in those, fluid dimensions and timelines. I totally believe that. I'll share this because I feel like it's part of your reading. Every year I try to write a journal entry to myself, telling myself a year ago what's going to happen in that year. Like, this is going to happen, you're going to feel this way, and you're going to feel that way, and that's going to happen. And I think it's really important because I find that I already kind of knew it in the moment, even if I didn't really. How do I say this? Say something terrible happens, right? And you feel like everything's going to be okay. Or somebody disappears from your life and you feel like, no, they'll be back, And then you read your entry a year later and everything was fine and that person did come back or whatever happened, right? And it's like that feeling that you had in that moment is informed by your future self telling you. So it's something like that that's going on here in this message. See, this is coming out as like the first energy. So this is like more in the past energy, and this is the present. And it's like the past has its mouth open, like, tell me what's going on over there. And in the present, everything's solid, stable, fine, beautiful, empowered. So maybe you need to talk to yourself in the past and make that a habit, even if it's just in your head. Like, hey, you from whenever, I just want to let you know that you're going to feel like that and this difficult thing is going to happen, but you're going to be okay because, like that kind of thing. There's magic in that. Absolutely. I'm so like, there's so much energy coming off of this leaf, which I got from my backyard right before I started the reading, and it like drying up and curling up. It's like it changed so quickly. And I feel like that's a message. Whatever's going on with you, something's going to change so quickly. Or by the time next year rolls around, you're going to be like, wow, I can't believe I felt that way. You know, I feel totally different now. It's really beautiful. I hope that's helping or making sense. Let's get into your reading. And I put on fall sounds on top of the music that I usually play. I'm just loving the sound of the leaves. Maybe the leaves are really important for you. If you could spend some time in the leaves, the changing leaves. Okay. Feel like, yeah. You have some access here to your past self. And it's an interesting spiral, because when your present self is informing your past self, right? Then your past self is manifesting your present self. It's like a feedback loop. It's really interesting when you think about it that way. It's like the two parts of you are so necessary for your growth and ascension. It's like you have to communicate with yourself across time. Spirit guides. Judgment. Yeah. Damn, what a powerful reading already. King of Cups. See, it's like you're resurrecting something. If you could pick out 3 significant events in your life in which you felt unsure about the future, what would those 3 events be? And what would you say to yourself now about those events, coming from this perspective that you have now? It's like you're creating fate here, I feel. Two more. No. One more. I didn't like the way that came out, and I don't like the cards. I know that's not the best way to do it, but this is part of the message. It's like being very determined about what's going to happen to you, you know? Like defining your own fate. Yes, exactly. 8 of Swords to the Emperor. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. See, we could have gone Magician. Exactly. We could have gone with the 3 of Swords and the Queen of Cups as your outcome. But I was like, no, we're not going to have that. We're not going to do that. We're going to do this instead. We're going to go to the Emperor. And that's the manifestation. That's the magic, is you telling yourself what's going to happen and your own destiny here. The High Priestess. Thank you, Spirit. This is the ancient wisdom that you have within you, is knowing how to shape what's going to happen. This is beautiful. The World. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I'm hearing yeah, baby. Yep. So don't accept a narrative, a story about your future that you don't like. Don't accept it. Don't take it in. Don't contemplate it. Just flat out, like I did, nope, that's not the way. There's a different way. And have that confidence in yourself that you have the capacity to do that and make that happen. You're the magician. You're the high priestess. What more could you ask for, right? So start using those damn powers and on yourself, right? This is so big. Okay. Energy entering the equinox. Judgment. Okay. Like, I don't even know if I want to. Well, let's do it. What's the judgment? I feel like it's just going to get mundane from here. But anyways, let's go. What's the judgment? Maybe not. What's the judgment? 6 of Wands. Also a thing to think about and to communicate to your past self is how did you get to this better place? How did you get through something? Like, what did you actually do to make that happen? Give clear instructions. And this seems like a message that's either confirming something you already know is true and happening for you, or for some reason you need to be aware of this because your future self is maybe forgot to write to you in the present. And if you feel like you're lost in a little bit of a way, maybe it's because you stopped doing that. I don't know. So you need to reintroduce it. But talk about how you got to this place of victory and going through whatever you did. You know, maybe this is like some kind of trauma in childhood and you managed to like live or be successful or fall in love or I don't know, whatever you did to get through it. And you haven't really thought about what you actually did to get yourself through that situation. You more kind of just thought, oh, I just survived it. I just survived it because I was lucky or I just did. No. Take more responsibility for your actions. What did you do to get you in that place, you know, to get you pushing through the energy? Because that knowledge will serve you now as well. This is really cool. And something that, yeah, I wish more people knew how to do for themselves. And don't get me wrong, I still question it at times too, but more and more I'm just like, no, this is for real. Yeah. Okay. So, King of Cups for what needs balancing. Tell me more about this King of Cups for what needs balancing. The Star. I'm on Page of Pentacles. I'm hearing, do you cry? But I don't know what wants to be said about that. Four of Cups. I feel like something's trying to come through emotionally for you, like through your emotions, a message. Yeah, the High Priestess from your future self or something like that. There's something about like you bottling up an emotion, or if an emotion comes through, you're like, where did that come from? This happens to me all the time. It's like I just start crying at like a commercial, or something touches me, the sky looks so beautiful, I just start crying. It's like, even now thinking about it, it's ridiculous. But I don't mind it. It's a little, I don't know, other people, whatever, it doesn't matter. But there's something like that happening to you and you being like, I don't know where this is coming from. And Spirit's like, no. It's serving a purpose. You know where it's coming from. And it's coming from some ancient wisdom here. It's like part of this emotional thing is also the wisdom. The ancient wisdom doesn't have to be knowledge, like mental thoughts. It could be embodied feelings. So when you get that rise of emotions within you, let it out, experience it, you know, like even savor it. It's strange. Even if it's a sad feeling, or if you feel like bursting out laughing, but you're in a public space, and who cares? Just do it. Like let it out, you know? I was watching something funny with a bunch of people, and it was public, right? Like in a public place. Anyways, I let out like a big laugh, and nobody else did because they were all like, it wasn't a movie. It was like a lecture type of setting, right? And I let out a laugh, and everybody was like so shocked. And one woman like looked back at me and was like, I'm like, what? It was funny. What's wrong with you people? So let things out, because that's part of the ancient wisdom. That's part of the knowledge. That's part of the energy signature. Yes, that I'm hearing. Energy signature that you're leaving for yourself. Ah, yes, this is about, okay, so cool. Energy signatures. That's what needs to come into balance, is this feeling like you can express yourself, you know, that you can feel the feelings, and that they actually mean something, and that they're coming from somewhere deep. You know, either you feel too sensitive or not sensitive enough. Whatever it is for you, know that the feelings that you have or that you need to feel are part of this ancient wisdom. Okay, so what is balanced? The Wheel of Fortune, your fate. And I feel like I'm surprised past, present, future didn't come out, because this is like a balance over time. Like you're balancing your energies over time by talking to yourself here, or communicating, even if it's energetically communicating with yourself. One time I did ask my future self, I said, like, is this, like, I feel like this is going to happen. Is this really going to happen? And I heard yes. It still hasn't happened, but it was like such a deep knowing I had that this thing is probably going to happen. And I'm like, where is that coming from? There's no basis for that right now in my life. But maybe that's that future self writing to me, right? It's like that kind of psychic insight coming from yourself. Tell me more about the Wheel of Fortune. Ascension. Ooh. Reunion of souls here. What is balanced? Ascension. Yeah, this is big stuff here, right? This is big stuff. Cool. Okay. What is dying? The Seven of Swords. Good. Deception, trickery. And this could be you feeling like you need to navigate something difficult. You need to be stealth and smart, and you need to outwit someone, outsmart someone, or it could be somebody doing something deceptive to you. Whichever it is, that energy's ending. Queen of Wands. For some of you, either you or someone you were connected to was trying to get attention through being deceptive. And you're seeing through that, whether you're seeing through yourself or you're seeing through someone else. Yeah, it's like you're realizing that that's not the way to go forward to love or to union or to, I'm hearing synchronicity. Interesting. The world. Yeah. So whatever was going on there, somebody was doing something for attention. Somebody's attention. And they're realizing that that's not the key. No. What is the key? Seeing Queen of Pentacles, but let's ask, what is the key? The Hangman. It's going within, gaining a new perspective. The Hermit, going within, gaining a new perspective. Yeah. Okay, that's good. So, yeah, there's a turn to introverting more with your own energy. Okay. And I also feel like if something has been deceptive and you can't get to the truth, I'm hearing then you need to disappear for a while. Three of Wands. Shift your perspective, shift your focus. Page of Wands. Stop listening to something, I'm hearing. Okay. What will grow in the dark? We have the Nine of Cups. Anything you want, really. Anything you want. What do you want to grow in the dark? And the dark could be this time coming into the winter when the days are getting darker, or it could be in your shadow. You take the dark how you want it to mean, or being alone, a time of period of being alone. What do you want to grow in the dark? I'm getting like even a Seven of Cups. I know it's the 9, but I'm getting a Seven of Cups. Like anything you want. What do you want? I'm seeing burden and self-love and stripping illusions. Yeah, it's a Seven of Cups energy. I feel like you don't need to strip illusions, okay? I feel like you've been trying to figure something out, like psychically, intuitively, what's going to happen in a situation. Because you have big powers here, you are ascending, so it's almost like you're capable of getting down to whatever it is that you want to know. But it's a burden on your energy because I feel like you've gotten your answers. Period. You've gotten your answers. You're kind of hesitating on forever. Yeah, you've gotten your answers. Key, forever. You're hesitating almost on your abundance here. Your cornucopia. I'm seeing the letters T, P, and E. I'm hearing ET, like ET, phone home. And I did see the home card. The letter B as well, a heart with an arrow through it. The answer is not in the past. A message, a letter, and a star. I feel it. S. Letter S. The letter D, and an Ace of Cups. And 3 hearts just fell out. It's interesting. I'm seeing the SD as like standard definition. Maybe you wanted your answer in high definition. Like so you could see all the details about a situation. And Spirit's saying you got your message, you got your answer, you did, but it is an SD, right? It's like the psychic knowing isn't coming through crystal clear, like as a clear image. It's something maybe you feel emotionally, you just feel it. But you got your answer here. And you're burdening yourself, if this is resonating with you, by trying to get that HD vision or 4K, 5K, whatever you're trying to do. Like, SD works. Okay? I feel like that's the message there. What's the Ace of Cups, though? K, the letter K. A fox, a fish, karma, a letter K for karma maybe, a wing, and sweet. I feel like you're only halfway in. You have one wing, one angel wing in the past and one angel wing in the present with a particular situation. Okay? And you're unable to really fly forward without, because you gotta let this stuff go here. If that resonates for you, okay? Because I can keep hearing it. You got your answer. You got your answer. You know. And some of you are like, well, what do I know? Because I think this and I think that. Okay, for those people that are going back and forth, I'm hearing trust your ancient wisdom. 4 of Wands, which is, let's see, King of Swords. Maybe this is a question about someone from the past. You know that you have a soul contract with this person, okay? Or you know something about a connection, a relationship, or a home, the Tower. You know that it had to happen the way it did to get you to the 10 of Pentacles. You know, okay? So strength. It gave you a lot of strength. There, you know the purpose. You know the reason. It's an SD though. Okay. Let's see what's going to happen by winter solstice. The Emperor and the Eight of Swords. You're taking control of your own mind, of your own thoughts. Okay? And you're not going to let yourself get lost in these what ifs. You're too powerful for that. And you're going to screw up that ancient wisdom, like, landline that you have going on here. Because if you keep going back and forth now, then it's like there's going to be confused energies on that timeline. Do you know what I mean? Like when I write to myself a year ago, I'm not saying, well, maybe this is going to happen to you and maybe that's going to happen to you. I'm like, really, I know I'm definitive because I know what happened, but I don't know. I'm just getting lost in translation now, so I'll just shut up with that. Okay, let's see. It's more the messages. Just be sure of yourself here. Nine of Wands in reverse. It's time to stop fighting towards knowing. King of Swords again. Okay, let's get more on a positive track here. I feel like I belabored that point. Tell me more about the Emperor for going into the winter solstice. What's coming into full control? Ace of Pentacles. New opportunity. Abundance. The Sun. Shedding light on your potential. You take control of your future, your fate, your potential, your ancestors' potential as well. Remember what I was saying about reversing the way things run? Beautiful, beautiful. I love this. This is so powerful. I really hope that you got something from this and that it helped you and didn't confuse the shit out of you. But if it did, that's okay too. I mean, whatever. Whatever's meant to be will be. Yeah, and I'll see you next time.